Okay. Um, I don't recognize this place. I just looked over the top of those ruins, and I saw a set of ruins with a Dialga and a Palkia statue, which... Was this here before? This was probably here before. This isn't a game where stuff just, like, appears on the overworld for no reason. Let's grab that. I think that's an actual treasure chest. Smoke bomb, salt cake, and a nugget. Excuse me. I will be making space for that nugget. Let's just go and toss that experience candy on Rylu and grab that nugget. Here's also a wisp. I don't recognize this place, this entire area, and I feel like there should be, like, this would have been a hard place for me to miss when I was coming through here earlier, and I just seem to have missed it. Let's see, on top of that, there was, perhaps literally on top of that, an unknown atop one of these things. Alright, it's on top of this one. I don't know if I'll be able to climb up here just normally, or if I'm going to have to jump. Alright, there we go, that'll do it. And I can grab one of these here unknown. Okay. And, yeah, so I may or may not have gotten a little bit carried away. You can see my levels. One thing led to another, and suddenly it's 30 minutes later, and I've picked up, like, a lot of levels. But that is going to be an unknown, and that may have been a bit of a fall. I see a nose pass. I don't think I've seen any nose pass so far. Have I seen any nose pass? Maybe I have. Alright, that is going to be our first nose pass. Alright. That sounds like... Apparently caught it without being spotted too. That sounds like an innuendo for something. Let's leave. Not like a dirty innuendo, but okay, pseudo-wudo. But like an innuendo, like a double entendre, like there's something wrong with my nose. Let's see. And it's like going to be like a serial problem or something like that. Pseudo-wudo. I can't remember if I've seen any pseudo-wudo before. I don't think I caught that one. I think it escaped. May as well use one of these Gigaton balls, because you don't seem to be very alert. And I like the increased chance of catching stuff. There's another nose pass over there. Does this Dialga statue say anything? It's a statue of a Pokemon with an air of the divine. Ancient people must have worshipped it. Over here, it probably says the exact same thing. Because everything is, after all, a matter of perspective. Yeah, that was the exact same thing. There's a couple of Alpha Gligar. Or was that the same Alpha Gligar that's just continuously harassing me? Another Pseudo-Wudo spawned? Yeah, you don't seem very observant. So I'm gonna see if I can catch you in just a regular Ultra Ball. There's a lot of experience to be had around here, apparently. If you can avoid getting walled by these Alpha Gligar. I'll just, grab a couple of those. That was a heavy specimen, as if all nose pass aren't on the heavy side. There's a bunch of experience to be had here, I think. And I would, after all, like, experience both of the regular kind and of the Pokédex kind. Let's see. Here we have, I didn't mean to do that, but here we have also, Sneasler, another treasure chest. Which I'll be throwing someone at. And... Alright, these appear to just be like a Pokeball, a Bean Cake, and a Smoke Bomb. Yeah, a lot of these treasure chest items have like items that you could craft in them rather than items that you could find on the overworld. Which I guess makes sense. This is apparently like a location that people have lived in before. The Celesticans or whatever the game called them earlier. Alright, was there another Pseudo-Wudo that I wanted to catch, sort of? Because catching things is fun. They look like they're guarding something. And I know that's kind of just what Pseudo-Wudo do. They just stand there and pretend to be rocks, but they look like they're guarding, like, whatever's between these pillars. Let's fight one. I think I'll fight one of these guys. So Riley's got a bit of a problem in that, like, he keeps dying, and going on my theory that Riley is supposed to evolve by happiness and that hasn't changed in this game, that's, dying is not the great way to increase my happiness so much as, like, winning fights and not dying and that kind of thing. Let's see, is there anything else? Whatever that was, I don't have space for it. Was there anything else up here? It looks like we've made it to the end of the ruins. I do like me some ancient ruins once in a while, and I think if that's everything, I'm just going to fight this Bronzong because it's here and I can, and we can maybe eventually think about finishing this game. By the way, Rufflet can evolve, and Rufflet is rank 10 in the Pokédex. There's really no reason for me not to evolve you into a Braviary. It would definitely make my life easier. Alright, Rufflet. Excellent. Rufflet has evolved into Braviary, and we can be on our way. I want to say Riolu, what's her name? Goodbye is, like, actually really close to a level, because I want to say... Garchomp actually evolves at, like, level 48. I feel like it's a few levels earlier than most pseudo-legends. So I've caught so many things while I was out there that I earned myself a promotion. And I saw as I ran in that there's another side quest on the notice board. Oh, why am I dragging my feet so hard when it comes to just finishing this game? Because I don't want this game to end, because I want to just be able to keep, like, running around and finding stuff. Is that the recipe for the Gigaton balls? That's the recipe for the Gigaton balls. Alright. The requirements for those are a little heavy. Haha, very funny, but until then, the nose pass are making it difficult for some, supply expeditions to go and do supply things. Alright. What is the request for that look like? A nose pass to guide the way. Catch a nose pass to give to Gully. Alright, let me activate that. I've caught several nose pass. So, I should be able to turn that one in no problem. Oh, is that someone who's, like, out there already? I can fast travel within Jubilite. That's silly. It's not even that far. Alright, so I guess that's you, Gully. So we're going to talk to you. Good, I've been waiting for someone from the Survey Corps to come along. I want to gather crafting materials in Wayward Cave, but I realize I have a bit of a problem. My sense of direction is more than useless. If there's any chance at all of getting lost in the cave, you can bet that's what I'll do. But I know a way to keep myself from stumbling around in the dark forever. See, there's an old saying in my hometown, a nose pass never wanders. Since nose pass always face the same direction, people from my village would look to this Pokemon for guidance when they'd lost their way. Though I admit I've not actually seen a nose pass before in my life, but little matter, I just need to find myself a nose pass before I find myself hopelessly lost. I'll check in the direction it faces against my map, and then navigate through the cave with ease. Alright. So this is the very long-winded... Hello? This is the very long-winded way of saying that, am I going to have a nose pass in my party? If there is, I'll just come back. Nose pass, in the Pokemon lore, are a bit of a magnetic... Wait a minute. Okay, I actually do need to go in the cave. Alright. Nose pass have a bit of a magnetic tendency, and they can be used to navigate because... being iron, they will also... Wow. None of this was as graceful as I wanted it to be. First, I almost fell off the cliff without managing to activate Braviary, and then I slammed myself into the wall instead of going through it. But, they will align themselves with a magnetic field, and you can use that as basically a compass of sorts. Yeah, okay, so I don't need to have one in my party, I just need to have one accessible to me. And we can turn that one in. And you can have fun with that nose pass over there. And nose pass, I guess the way that you're facing is just, like, by default either north or south. Again, aligned with one of the field lines. And You sound just as lost as you were before. I'm not gonna lie. If you level a Nose Pass in some, like, interesting locations in Pokemon, like Chargestone Cave in Unova or Mount Coronet in Sinnoh, I guess there's, like, a lot of magnetic rocks in the area, and that just makes Nose Pass happy and causes it to evolve or something like that. Alright, wandering around in this... Hello. Wandering around in this cave, and I'm suddenly finding, like... unknown just wherever I look. And I feel like, I might have seen some more. Can I not catch you with wing balls? Alright, fine. Alright, oh, I can catch you with wing balls. I feel like if I'd just been paying closer attention in some of the other locations, I maybe could have acquired some more of these unknown. Oh, I almost missed this. Gabite can evolve. Alright, let us evolve you. And we are going to have ourselves a big, bad Garchomp. Garchomp is a fun Pokemon. You were Uber when you were introduced in Gen 4, weren't you? Because of your Sand Veil ability when paired with things like Tyranitar. I believe you've fallen a little bit in standing since those days, but Gardevoir is still definitely a very, very good Pokemon. Probably stat-wise one of the better pseudo-legendaries to this day in Garchomp. So hopefully you will make quite an asset to my team as I go up against the final fight of this game. Alright, so as much as I'd like to just stay out there forever, I have spent like an hour level grinding stuff, and I have to go like at 20 minutes, so I don't think it would really be a good idea for me to keep doing that. This is what my team looks like now. As for the rare candies, alright, we'll bring Typhlosion up to 60. You can have one. You can... Rayola can have 2. I'll also bring you up to 60. Anyone else? Braviary. Rayola mastered a move. Even though Sliggoo is like almost there, you can have the rest of my rare candies because I want to see if I can get you to evolve. And no, your evolution level is a little farther off still, unfortunately. But you know what? We'll make that work for now. All right, let's go up here. See what you idiots are doing. Hang on, wait. Okay, so that's an Avalugg, that's a Sneeze. Oh, these are the various bosses that we've had to deal with or fight or throw things at or whatever. Subdue, I guess is the technical term. Alright. Almighty Sinnoh. It's time to use the red chain. Let's see what happens. Hold on a sec. My head. Something's talking inside my head. Sir, this is not the best time to be hearing voices. You hold the red chain. Try to catch me then, human. Adamant, what are you saying? What do you mean, catch you? Almighty Sinnoh? I think Almighty Sinnoh just spoke to me, so he's gonna turn into Dialga, and we're gonna have to fight Adam, and that's great. We can do that. It's telling me, you hold the red chain. Try to catch me then, human. Fight for the for the fight to come. And you are going to give me 10 Ultra Balls, alright. So I assume this is all happening to Adamant because I did align myself with the Diamond Clan earlier because of Dialga reasons. I assume that if I align myself with the Pearl Clan for Palkia reasons, we would be fighting Iridia, and we would be fighting Palkia. Alright. I see we have the Arceus symbol on the top of this here temple thing. As well as what looks like Arceus' amazing mane of wonderful flowing hair. And we've got ourselves a portal to another dimension opening, and wouldn't you know it, Dialga pops out. Did you just break the red chain? Alright, level 65 Dialga versus level 55 Braviary. You are going to start things off with a critical hit on a flash cannon. I believe Braviary not being very useful here is a bit of a foregone conclusion. Let me go out with style. Not very effective, who even cares? We are going to use Brave Bird. This is going to This is going to do at least a little bit of damage to Dialga. It's not like I want to one-hit KO you or anything because of, well, we're going to try and catch you, obviously. You're going to use Roar of Time. Alright. That was maybe a little bit overkill. But we can work around that. I have Dragon Pulse, Hydro Pump, Iron Head, and Water Pulse on Sligo. I have Aura Sphere, which is super effective, Psychic, Moonblast, and Draining Kiss on you. Riolu has a bunch of super effective moves, but also you're Riolu, so I think that's not a great idea. Garchomp, Bulldoze is a good move to use, as are either of my 2 Dragon-type moves. You're also 16 levels weaker. Garchomp, let's do this. So we are going to bring in Garchomp. We are going to, I think, let's see. If I just use Bulldoze at least once, that'll do some damage. We are Garchomp after all. Dialga has pretty good physical defense, but I think I can get away with using 2 of those. And, alright, that puts you in something approximate to catching range. If I were to, like, use a Double Edge, this is gonna be 60 power times stab is 90 times super effective is 180 power. I think I can get away with using what's effectively a 40 power move. Although I might bring in Gardevoir to do something like that. Should I bet that you're going to use, like, Roar of Time again? You have Flash Cannon, which is going to be devastating, but we can also get a free switch if you decide to use Roar of Time. Or we can just get a free switch anyway. And, let's see, what's another not very effective move? Actually, I don't have any. Yeah. Moonblast is going to be a neutral hit. Psychic is going to be not very effective, but it's still stab. Aura Sphere is super effective. So maybe we won't be trying to hit you with anything. I'll throw my 1 Gigaton Ball. I don't know if I still don't know if Gigaton Balls have anything to do with catch rates, like, inside battle, or if it's just a field thing when the Pokemon isn't looking, but... Oh, wow, alright, that worked. That wasn't too hard. I was expecting to sit here for a while. But, Dialga and Palkia, at least in the original Diamond and Pearl, do have increased catch rates. I think they got nerfed in later generations, but perhaps it's been raised again for this game. Because this game doesn't seem to want you to sit in front of something for 5 hours trying to catch it. Alright, yes, we did catch Dialga. The red chain is shattered, but we owe the Pokemon of the lakes our thanks for getting us this far. Oh, well done, Dragonite McGirl. Masterfully handled. I was watching the whole time as you battled and caught your way to a simply stunning victory. Most of the time, I was sitting in the menu looking at numbers and trying to figure out what would do the exact, like, correct amount of damage, but... Alright, Leventon, we can put your spin on it if you think that's what the, I don't know, if you think that makes for, like, a better headline, more clickbait or whatever. Alright, you truly are the pride of the Survey Corps. It's all because she had me to show her the ropes when she first got here. Wait. It's happening again. I can hear Almighty Sinnoh. No. No, it's called Dialga. Money Dialga's speaking to me in my mind. Space-time is torn. Awful power spills forth. The frenzied one comes to fight. Now, human. Fight with me. You're telling me there's another one? But the red chain smashed to bits. No way even Dragonite could tackle another Pokemon as strong as that last one now. I barely had to do anything in that last fight, but I assume that here's going to come the big bad. It's going to be either Giratina or Arceus, and probably Arceus, because Arceus is the one who's on the box art. Oh no, it's Palkia, so we are going to get to fight both. Okay. So this is going to have a bit of a different dynamic, I think. Palkia being Water Dragon, you are weak to Dragon and Fairy, and you don't resist everything under the sun the way Dialga did, so that should hopefully make this a little easier. I want to say Dialga is more oriented towards, like, physical attack, and Palkia is oriented towards special attack, but I'm a little hazy on that. I know that the version mascots often have some kind of duality of that sort. And I came very close to accidentally hitting the spacebar on my computer and, like, ending my recording. I probably should push the keyboard a little bit farther away from my controller so I don't accidentally whack it when I'm waving it around as I talk. Anyway, we can't just leave it here. Yeah, dunce, you won't be of any use to anyone if you die up here on this mountain. What are you waiting for? I'm telling you, we gotta get going. The commander hates fun. We knew that already. I mean, like, I appreciate his mustache and all that, but the commander hates fun. Alright, I was gonna be fine. Such dreadful power. It's certainly beyond our current capabilities to survey such a creature. I'm amazed you even managed to stay on your feet before, Dragonite. And did you notice the energy pouring out of the rift? It seems likely that a buildup of the same energy was what caused the strange lightning that threw the noble Pokemon into their frenzied states. Can't believe there really are two Almighty Sinnoh after all. Guess that means that neither of our clans really were wrong, huh? I must apologize from the bottom of my heart. To both of you, as fellow leaders. You saw the truth and I could not. You never abandoned your trust in Dragonite. And to you. I acted on ill-considered presumptions that drove you from the Galaxy Expedition team, forcing you to face great hardship alone. And despite all that, you still strove to save all of Isui. Well, it's not like we could just sit back and ignore the space-time rift. And we understood, Commander, that you had reason to act as you did. Commander, might I suggest that we return to the matter at hand? We've left quite a things in a state up at the temple. That's the stuff, Mr. Professor. You'd rather face what's up in front of us than dwell in the past, huh? Just what I'd expect from a real scientist. A dependable attitude indeed. Yes, let's move on. No need to speak any further about my rash actions, not to mention my lack of composure, my loss of composure. It seems that having Dragonite about has been a good influence on all. Yeah, thank goodness you're here, huh? We'd have no chance of getting through this disaster without you. We're still not through it. How is she to keep fighting? The red chain is shattered. Relax, I've got a plan, thanks to what Mighty Dialga told me. Dialga? The Pokemon that spoke to you? Yeah, and along with its name, it also told me what we need. I'm gonna have to throw things at Palkia, aren't I? The Stone of Creation's beginning, the Chain of Red, the Vessel of Humankind's invention. Unite these three and calm the chaos now pervading space. And finally, Mighty Dialga said it wants to go with us back to the temple. Well, the red chain we have, at least, the pieces anyway, I did collect them. And the Vessel of Humankind's invention, I dare say that might refer to a Pokeball. That's got to be it, but what about the Stone of Creation's beginning part? Lien might have some idea. He's knowledgeable about stones and minerals. He even goes digging for ore sometimes. Is that so? Then Warden Lien will be a fine resource. And what are your thoughts, Professor Levinton? Do you have any idea what the stone could be? Oh, upon my word, perhaps I do. Dragonite Girl, could you lend me these plates you received from Weird Deer and the others? The stones that Volo said had messages engraved upon them. Aha! Just as I remembered. Here on the back of the Earth plate it says, when the universe was created, its shards become this plate. I think there may be a hint to what we need. How do you mean? Don't you see? We must search for stone, or rather ore, I suppose, that shares the same material properties as these plates. In fact, I think that young Lien might know just where to find such a thing, as he said he'd been investigating it at Volo's urging. Now that you mention it, that Volo fellow's come around the Diamond Clan settlement asking about some of those plates before, too. This seems like a lead worth following. It's decided then. Thus begins our search for the Stone of Creation's beginning. Although the name of it is rather a mouthful, wouldn't you say? I propose we call it Origin Ore. Alright, that is going to be a new quest, so this game is not actually done after we fight Dialga atop the mountain. Iridia, may we ask for your clan's aid once more? Of course, I'll call Lien to Summit Camp at once. So I don't know how much of this would be the same or different if I had allied myself with Pearl Clan instead of a Diamond Clan. I assume in the end it's not going to really make a difference. It's just going to be symmetric one way or the other, with maybe some small differences. I waited as long as anyone could reasonably expect, but my invitation just never came, so I decided to honor you all with an unsolicited visit. Be glad and rejoice. Oh, not you again. Now, Adaman, I see all these louts have their little tasks to be getting on with, but what about the great Melly? What's my role in all this? I'm your leader, Melly. Show a shred of respect, will you? Fine, whatever. Just hurry up and give me a job, great leader Adaman, and make it a good one. Could you be any, more dramatic about anything? You want a job? Fine. Your job is to support the others. All the other wardens are busy looking after their nobles and keeping the people of our clans from panicking. Take a hit. Take a hint, I think. Hint? Take a hike? It was something like that. Oh, Adaman, oh, you silly, foolish boy. Don't you understand anything? Everyone has work they are suited to and work they are not. And oh, before I forget, it seems you weren't entirely useless after all, Team Galaxy Grunt. Well done, you. Take this as a reward for your adorable efforts. Just my way of encouraging the little people. And you're all so little compared to me. Is that a short joke, mister? Because I got enough of those in elementary school. That is 3 candy truffles? I think that's a new item. Alright, you brought Leanne, yes. Yeesh, that ugly hat suits you as poorly as this important role does. I don't like this at all. I should be the one consulted for my wisdom. Isui's ores and stones are her precious resource. Since I was the first to realize that fact, it's only natural that I should be the first consulted. If you have a problem with it, perhaps you'd take it up with Cleaver in battle, with that bumbling ball of yours. Excuse me, I don't know. Between you and me, I think, Electrode has the type advantage over Scyther, so that might not work out the way you really think that taunt will, Leanne. Excuse me, that bumbling ball is more than capable of zapping both you and that ugly bug of yours all the way back to your stupidly oversized tree. Shall we prove it to you now? Melee, give it a rest and play nice with the Pearl Clan folks for once, would you? Bigger things are at stake here. But Adam, man! Always the drama queen. Everybody back home is all worked up about the fact that you were spoken to by Almighty Sinnoh, or Mighty Dialga, or whatever. This is Diamond Clan's day, be proud! Warden Leanne, if you would. Certainly. Then let us set out at once. We make for the Primeval Grotto. Alright, that was a lot of talking. Do I need healing? I do not. Thank you, game, for healing me after important moments like that. I am going to talk to Professor Laventon, probably go back to Jubilife just because it seems like a good place to go after this. I caught a Dialga. Very nice. Yes. Pokemon caught for the first time. That was Dialga. Let's see exactly. I do want to see your Pokedex entry, and then I'm going to end this recording here off, and then I don't know if that's going to be the end of the video, or if I'm just going to... Garchomp is already level 9. Very nice. Iron Tail, Roar of Time, Strong Style Move, or Agile Style Move. So there's like no reward for defeating you or anything like that. I wonder if I were to have defeated you if the battle just would have like started over because the game wants Dialga to be caught for story purposes. But that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna end the recording off here. This may or may not be the end of the video. If this is the end of the video, my name is Dragonite. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I will see you all later. Otherwise, I will just fade transition to about whenever the next time I get to record this is.